hot minute, but I'm on. We're going to do some makeup, a little bit of hair, and we're going to talk about trusting your instinct, trusting your intuition, trusting you. I don't know why I have so much lint on my shirt, but we're going to go with it. And I can tell y'all that my makeup routine has definitely been a little different lately. But I'm going to show y'all some of the products I have absolutely fell in love with. So I'm going to start with makeup today. Makeup first. And for makeup, I'll go into hair. And we'll keep going from there. Let's see. So I feel like my skin's a little dry. So I'm going to add a little bit of the La Roche-Posay Double Repair Moisturizer. This is my absolute go-to. And happy Sunday, y'all. So as you come in, make sure you greet me with a happy Sunday, as I have done to y'all or for you. But it was on my heart. I said, Tam, what is the message that you really have to talk about and discuss with, I always say, my internet family? And that's the fact that we have to learn how to trust what we're feeling, trust our intuition, that gut feeling that I'm not sure, but I feel like. So what you're feeling within your gut, you got to learn how to trust it. Trust that feeling, trust your intuition. And when I thought about it, I said it's so funny how it's easy for us to trust every source outside of ourselves, but you can't trust the own voice that you hear in your head, which is your own. So, is this it? Yeah. I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting first. And when it comes to setting spray, I like to set before, during, and after. Hey, long time. Y'all, it's been a minute, but I was like, you know what? No, I miss y'all. I have to come on live and catch up. But y'all, life, you got to learn to go with the season. So if it's a busy season, don't feel rushed to do things that you just can't do. Virginia, oh my goodness. Look, I'm so happy to see my people, my internet family. It's been a minute, y'all. But life has just been busy. And then, honestly, the most blessing, rewarding way. But I am a true believer in going with the flow of the season. So if the season calls for you to be a little bit quiet or silent than you normally do, go with that. Look, oh, I missed you, Virginia. How you been? Y'all, it's good to see, like, your people. I always say, like, my day ones that's been here with me for the longest. And also the new people, too. Y'all, I am so torn between, I started using NARS, and I have been a NARS woman ever since. But Old Faithful, Lancome. And sometimes I mix the two, just depending on the season, to get the right shade. So that's what I've really been doing. I've been kind of mixing the two on the back of my hand. What you been doing, Virginia? No complaints? Okay. Ready to head back into church. Enjoy your day. It's family day. I know that's right. Family day. I was looking at the news earlier, and they were saying that it's about to be like a blizzard up north. Absolutely knowing that the season you're in. That's right. You have to know the season you're in and learn to go with it instead of fighting against it. And I have definitely learned to listen to it. Listen to what it's telling you. Oh, I miss y'all too. I'm telling you. But I'm back, and I realized that my social media platforms is so much a part of my identity as any other part. And I missed y'all, and I said, you know what? Finally there's a calm place where I'm able to get back to the things that I love to do. And that's definitely reach out and connect with my internet family. That's through all my platforms. So if y'all are here with me, make sure you give me a thumbs up on the video, and I'm happy to see y'all. So my key to setting spray, y'all, is to spray before, during, and after. So I'm going to be sharing some of the products that I'm using too. So y'all know I love my Morphe. Love, love, love the Morphe setting spray. And the reasons that I love it is because it's like a mist when you use it instead of like a spritz kind of application to it. And when I mix the two together, you see they're very close though in color. But I mixed it and I gotta go in with the Pro Conceal. So you'll go green with lighter color, lighter issues on the skin, and then kind of this brick color here with a darker hypo and then hyper pigment spots. But learning to trust your gut feeling, learn to go with your intuition is something that we have to work at. Most people, when you're making a decision, remember you have that one side that's telling you one thing and then the other. So learning to listen to yourself and make sound decisions and know how to go with it. Because that was one thing that I was definitely talking about earlier this week, was you can find yourself being stuck too long because your inability to make a decision, to know which direction to go in and just follow it. You know what? I used to apply my foundation using a brush. Now I love to use a sponge. I wet the sponge. Thank you. Appreciate it. I learned to I wet the sponge, squeeze it out, and then because I'm kind of mixing colors out, I'll do a little mix on it. Mix. And then I'll go in right on top of those color corrected areas. And let me, one thing, y'all. Okay. All right, I'm back. So I've been applying it using like I said, this beauty blender now. And I love foundation that looks, application and color match. It looks like you're not wearing anything. So this has been my successful combination for the last couple months. I mean, you see how it kind of just melts into the skin too. And you see it on my skin. So, good match. It's the one that's worked for me thus far. But I can say that the sponge does absorb a lot of the product, because normally I can do a whole face with one pump of the foundation, but the beauty blender does kind of take up a little bit of the product. But I love the application of it though. I like that dewy look instead of like kind of dry look. And another new addition to it has been the sunscreen one size. I have been loving this. If y'all have used it, let me know in the comments too. But remember, before, during, and after. So go ahead and spray that on. And sometimes I'll start with our eyebrows first, just depending on. And y'all, I'm sitting down because I wanted to get comfortable. Hey, how y'all doing? What y'all doing on this Sunday? Are y'all cooking? I was thinking about either going out to grab something or cooking. I wasn't really sure. But it's cold. Where are y'all? I heard it was supposed to be a possibility of a blizzard in the north. I just could not believe it. I was like, here in the south, we were just at like 76 degrees the other day, and then today is freezing cold. So the weather just has been all over the place. All right. So applying a foundation. Normally I do start with my eyebrows, but today we'll start with our foundation first. And then we'll go from there. So make sure you bring your foundation down to your chin. And bring it all the way down to the jawline. And pretty much, that's how I apply my foundation. But learning to trust what you're feeling. This weather is bipolar. Okay, Shantae, I totally agree with you. My father was like, yeah, this is the weather to get you sick. Because, I mean, we were dang near in, not shorts, but come on now, 76 degrees the other day to today is like in the 40s, I believe. So, let's see. So, after that, I'm going to go in with, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. We'll do the eyebrows first, which my eyebrows are micro shaded. So, I really just fill in just lightly. And I've had them, my eyebrows micro shaded for probably 5 years now. And I've had, in those 5 years, 2 touch-ups. And very light. I don't have to feel too much. Then I go back and I brush over it just to make sure it's not dark. Too dark. And there we are. You're in Michigan. Oh my goodness. I know it is cold, right? Y'all, I have always lived in the South. And I'm gonna say I don't even know if I could survive living in the North. The snow, man. And my birthday, even my birthday's in the summer, the heat of the summer. So I just love warm weather. And if I had the option between cold weather and hot weather, I probably would choose hot. But my father, his saying is always, you can always put more on than take it off. So his option was always cold weather. He'd rather work in cold than the heat. But just naturally, I like the water, the sunshine, summer dresses, sandals. Sandal me. I have a wonderful day. You too. Thank you. Y'all, if y'all on the live, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Let me know what you're doing today on this Sunday. Today, I've definitely just been kind of taking it easy, doing some things that need to be done around the house. Y'all know I'll be feeling like Sunday is that reset day. You kind of rest a little bit, but you're just preparing yourself for the week ahead, mentally, physically. And when it comes to like my eyebrows, I just like to do a concealer, which I have been a MAC woman. And this is the NC45. And I've been using this for, oh gosh, over probably 10, 12 years. The same color, same product brand as well. So just a little bit of highlighter underneath the brow line, not too much. And then make sure you blend down towards the eye. Then I go back with my brush and just brush so it's not any hard lines. So you just light, nothing too much. Thank you for the person that liked the live. And from there I go from brows. If I do shadow, but I just do a little bit of shadow. I don't do a whole lot, even though I have every color palette you can probably think of. But it just depends on what I have going on, what I'm doing for the day, with what I use or how much of it. This one's Morphe, and this is just like a smoky eye kit. Smoky eye. And I normally like to do the brows before I do foundation, because y'all know the fallout will end up underneath the eye line or in the crease of the eye. So I'm going to use the Flash. It's called Flash Smoky and Darkness. So, and you always tap, remember, tap your brush to knock off the excess so it doesn't fall onto the face. And then I just start brushing, starting at the crease of the eye, right at the eye line. And I just like a little shimmer. Like I said, I'm not trying to do anything drastic. Just a little bit. You know what? I'm going to do one eye full out and then just kind of compare. And then after I do the flash, which you can always spray your setting spray onto your brush, then apply your color that you're using. It kind of helps it just to stay on a little bit better. And I'm kind of pressing it into the skin and then brushing or blending it out. Nothing too much. And then I'll use that smoky color. Smoky, which is in the middle. And then, you know what, if y'all, Are y'all out and about today? Are you at home staying warm? What y'all doing today on this Sunday? And this, I have to be very careful so that darker color doesn't fall below the eyelid into my foundation. Which I just put a little bit of it. And the black, the darkness is it actually has a little bit of shimmer in it. I'll kind of like dab it and mix it with the smoky a little bit just to give me a little bit of a darker tint. I need my water. I've been making it a point to make sure that I'm hydrating well. Because when I hydrate well, I can tell the difference in everything from my skin to my hair, everything. All right, so very minimal, nothing too much. I feel like I didn't even really do enough of the flash coloring on there. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more on top. You know what? And I love a liquid eyeliner. So I have been using liquid eyeliner for, gosh, the last several years. Revlon, and this one's the Revlon Color Stay Lash Serum and liner. But I don't know if I want to do a liner today. Let's see. Let's go with it. And stay really close to your lash line, because the worst thing you can do with the liquid liner is to have that gap kind of space in between it. And I'm going to kind of make it wing it a little bit. Wing it a little bit. I mean, y'all, the wind is even blowing hard. There is no worst combination but cold, rainy, and windy all at once. So, let me see. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Let's do the other side as well. So, remember, tap so the fall off doesn't end up all over your foundation. Tap. Like that. And then I'm going to go with the smoky mixed with a little bit of the darkness on there. Tap that one. And I do that one just right at the end. And I blend it inward or downward. I mean, it's so minimal, y'all. And then I'm going to tap a little bit. Okay. Let's go with it again. I'm going to bring it back just to make the flash, the glint, what is it called? Yeah, flash color kind of stand out a little bit more. I'm going to go in like that. Let me see the black. The darkness, I'm going to use a little bit more of it. I'm tapping a little bit more aggressive to make sure that it doesn't fall out onto the creases of my eye looking dark. So I don't have like raccoon kind of eyes, so I'm trying to. Okay, now we're getting a little bit where I want to go with this more of a smoky eye. Okay, so for right now, remember, when it comes to makeup, do a little bit at a time, and then as you see you need more, just adjust. But I'm doing a winged eye. I'm going to do it to this side. And if you got to blink, just pause, because y'all know the eyeliner You want to get a nice straight look to it. Let me see. Y'all, I even feel like I can't even talk when I'm doing it. I'm trying to concentrate. Okay. Okay. And then you want them to look as identical as you can. Okay. There we are. And then I'll get a new brush just to make sure I blend everything together as much as I can. So I'm gonna get another brush just to blend. Okay. And I like to clean as I go when I do my makeup. So I try to put everything back once I'm done using it, so I don't end up with a mess and then end up scurrying off, and next thing you know, the makeup space looks crazy. So clean as you go is my tip. All right, so when I'm done with my brushes, I put them away. And then I always like to kind of brush over my brows, make sure everything just looks seamless. And I think I really need to adjust the liner just a little bit. Okay. All right. So after my liner, I like to start going in with my contour, my concealer. And I also need to replace this one, the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one's by NARS. It's time to reorder. And I like to apply this right at the crease of the eye. So I'll make like a little triangle. This makes the face look bright, fresh face look. Y'all, it is so windy. I can literally hear it pushing against my my window. Okay, so here. And I try not to go like right under the crease. I try to go right a little bit below and add it. I go down the bridge of the nose and then between the eyebrows. So I'll kind of do like a little triangle. And then I'll do on the side of the eye as well. Okay. You know what? Something I like to do the blush first, but it's okay. We'll keep it moving. And I like to blend with the, hey, how you doing? They are doing well. We are, like I said, just been in the reset period. So learning to go with the season you're in. But I've missed y'all so much. And that's why I'm back. But I appreciate all of y'all that are still here with me. Yeah. Thank you for asking and checking on us. I'm telling y'all, if I do not post or have been like out of my normal routine, y'all are so, I tell you, diehard. Y'all will DM me. You will find me on another platform like, Tan, where are you and the kids? So I love y'all and I just appreciate the concern. I really do. So I wet the sponge and squeezed it out so it's not dripping. And thank y'all for liking the live. Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up on the live, y'all. So it's definitely damp, and I go in and remember, you're pressing the product into the skin. And when I'm not actually bringing it where I'm dragging it from one corner to the next. I'm just kind of pushing it right where I applied it, which is right into that crease of the eye right here. And I like to kind of look down to make sure the eye isn't creased. So kind of hold my head down while my eye is looking up. So just pressing the product into the skin. And I do kind of go along the corner of the nose as well. And then I'm going to go right down the nose here and the center. And then the corners that I do, I like to actually bring those all the way out into the, almost into the hairline. Y'all, the other day I did my makeup so good. I love that dewy, fresh face look. And remember I said you spray before, during, and after. Thank y'all for this liking the live. I love, this has been my go-to product, and I love anything with sunscreen in it. Remember, we gotta definitely protect the skin. So before, during, and after. And then this one I like to press here. There we go. And y'all, I flat ironed my hair the other day. If it's still straight, I have no idea. I have on a satin scarf, a what is it called? The stocking cap. I'm trying to train my hair because I am definitely a natural hair woman. And I've been trying to press it out because I want to train it to be, you know, be able to wear it straight and wear it down and not just in the natural state. So I'm in the process of training it. So we'll see how good I did or what we're working with in just a moment once I finish my makeup. And y'all, my makeup routine is quick. Y'all know in this mom life, y'all, we be having to move quick. I don't have an hour and to do makeup. So I'm a woman that like to get my makeup on and get out the door, or just move on by my day, whatever I have going on that day. All right, so this is Juven's Place, and this is the Barbie Rose. It is very, very, very pigmented, as you can see. So when I tell you I just need a little dab, I just use like a cup, like, look at that, y'all. Very light, very, very light, a small amount of product. And I like to apply my blush like close to the corner of the eye instead of like on the cheek. So corner of the eye kind of lifts the face more than too rosy in the cheek area. So I applied a very small amount of the product. And again, I just love my sponges. So with your sponge, you want to squeeze it out so it's not dripping wet. Squeeze. And then from there, remember, you want to kind of push the product into the skin unless you're intentionally trying to kind of actually spread the product around. But here, if anything, I'm going to go up, but I'm just trying to get it to blend in the skin. And I went so conservative that I may need to apply a little bit more. Remember, less is best because you can always go back and add more, but when you overdo it, you know, you're trying to color correct and just too much going on. So I'm gonna add a little bit more product. Now I don't want to overdo it. Now that I overdo it, y'all. There, still using my sponge. And then I do like to smile so I can just see where my cheekbones, because I come down just a little bit. Like, you gotta know your features too that you like to, when you're doing your makeup, that you like to highlight. So if you have those cheekbones, you know, you gotta apply that makeup to show off those cheekbones. So smile. And the product is a little bit more on this area, so I'm using it down so I'm not overdoing it. Because now I can finally see the pink tone. See, give you that rosy, fresh face look. And then what I'll do sometimes is go back with the concealer right by the eye, which is what I will do. Right here, right there. And I'll blend out again. And go straight up from there. You see? So you see a little bit of pink, kind of rosy look, but not, I say, like clown look. You don't want the clown look. We just want a nice, happy, fresh face look. All right, so after that, what I normally do is I'll go in with my Espresso by Fenty. Espresso by Fenty. And I love this. I literally have like 2 of those. But again, on this one, I like to do like the sour face look. So again, I can get the cheekbones. And you don't want to go down too far because it looks too harsh of a line. So halfway. And then I do from a little bit from the brow. And then I do a V at the nose. And that's how I apply this one. And I like to use, y'all, I've had this brush. You can see I'm using it until I'm getting my money's worth from the brush. But this is the brush that I like to use. And what I do is I go right at the line of the cheekbone and I brush upward. So you're blending in an upward motion. Upward motion. You shouldn't have any harsh lines. Like, you shouldn't really see where you put the product. It should just give you a nice kind of contoured look. And then from there, here, I like to actually blend down and up. You just want to go ahead and blend the product in. I just don't want to drag it out, down, or across. So you just want to go along the line, back and forth. Same thing with this one, along the line, back and forth. Like I said, you don't want to leave any harsh lines. And with the nose, same thing. You shouldn't be able to see any of the product. So you see, quick and easy. So from here, remember I said I love to, before, during, and after with your setting spray. You don't have time to wait. Get your boots on the ground, fan going. And fan and dry. Because the next step is going to be powder. So I like to make sure my face is dry for the powder. See, no creases. And I haven't even applied. So lashes, y'all, I guess I'm officially like over the individual lash phase. I just love to be able to, just wash my face, my lashes, everything. And like I said, I guess unless I'm going to some kind of event, I would do lashes. Like I have lashes on lashes, but I just have not been wearing them. I have been loving to use mascara lately, and y'all, I'm gonna put y'all on. Don't say I didn't tell y'all anything or show you anything, okay? But the Essence Lash Princess, do you hear me? If you have your natural lashes and they are short, this is going to give you a nice thick look to your lashes that if you're between deciding if you want to go back to individual or your strips, y'all, I have been in love with this. And when I tell you an affordable product, $2.99. Yes, $2.99. $2.99. Amazon, at your local, like CVS, Walgreens, it's there. It is there. Couple dollars, and I love the way it makes my lashes look. So I'm gonna actually come in a little bit closer so I can make y'all a believer, because y'all know Tam ain't gonna tell you a lie. Okay, so let me come up a little bit more. And you know what, before I do this, let me actually put my powder on so we can bake a little bit before we do the mascara. So for my powder, it is called Essence. I'm gonna do it so you can screenshot it. Essence Lash Princess. Totally affordable. And actually, I was on TikTok and I saw someone mention it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. And when I bought it, I was like, I'm sold. You're welcome. Let me know too. Come back and let me know once you get it how it worked for you. But as you see, I have full lashes now that I've stopped wearing the individuals and even the strips, y'all. I'm a woman that know how to put on some strip lashes. So when I gave the individual lashes a break, I started doing strips. But I realized I was still pulling out my real lashes. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go cold turkey and let my lashes grow out. And now that they are, I have lashes. It's just they are not very long. Or you get so used to the density of strips and individuals that you're like, hey, this is what natural lashes look like. But luckily we have this. So I'm gonna show you one eye. And I always kind of twirl it once I get to the top. So in and out and then give it a twirl. And from here, I'm gonna look at the mirror, but I'm gonna do one eye and then let y'all see the difference between the two. Then you come in to do the inner corner. And you don't want them clump looking, so you just want to keep combing through so you don't have any clumps. Then you can roll your brush again. But y'all, look at the length. Just giving it a full look to your lashes. And then the more you comb through, the thicker and the darker your lashes will look. But remember, you want to separate them. You don't want them to look like clumps. And the key to getting the inner corner is to use the tip of the brush and fan them out. But y'all, look at that length from the side and the fullness compared to that one. Again, yes, 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 and yes. And then you can go back with your spoolie too if you want. It's just I don't care to do all of that. It depends. If it look clump, I may go back with a spoolie. But look at that. All right. But I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit of this powder so we can set our makeup. Like I said, Laura Mercier. So tap off. And then any area that you kind of feel that you maybe have a little bit oily skin, your T-zones. I do down the bridge of the nose. And sometimes too, I'll go right under the cheekbone. And remember, you want to look up. Oh, I got a little bit of my mascara. So what I use when you have mascara where it shouldn't be, I use a little brush. All right, so we're gonna let that sit in place for just a second, and then I'll do my other eyelash. But you see the difference in the eyelash. So again, remember, in and out. Hey, Candace. And roll it around, and then brush the lashes up. You can brush down too, brush down and up. And make sure you get the ends, get the corners good. Go back in one more time so I can get these corners. But I love the mascara, y'all, and I love just having the ability at the end of the night just to, when the day ends, just wash everything off. I love it. So go here. But this mascara, y'all, I'm telling you, it's game changing. And then $2.99, $3.99. Where can you beat that, right? Y'all know I love a good deal. So all right, what are we looking like? I mean, just a little something. All right, so I normally let the foundation sit for a little bit, and once I'm done, I like to use my brush that looks like this. Remember, you're not just kind of dusting the setting powder off, you're kind of pressing it into the skin. So I'm kind of going down and a little out. So that's the motion that I'm using. And then along the cheek lines, I do dust here. But along the eyes, I'm pressing in, and then a little bit of dust out. Along the nose, same thing. This one, I'm going to go up and out. Up and out. See, and this is just a everyday, easy to do face. I bought some lashes from the Dollar Tree. I think I'll throw them away. I'm telling you, $3.99. Like, look. I mean, unless you're wanting to go for more of that dramatic kind of look, like, you know, I think it's a time and a place. But if you're looking for like an everyday lash fix, $2 or $3.99. Like, literally, look. From the side, look at the fullness and the length. So I love, love, love. I've been on it and I've been sticking with it ever since. And I tell as many people about it as I can, because y'all know we don't gatekeep. This is a sisterhood and womanhood. So after that, I like to go back and I'll spray again. Remember, before, during, and after. So and that one too, you know what? It doesn't go on wet. So when I use, let me show y'all. So when I use this one, it's very light. I don't have to wait for it to dry. Y'all know I love this one too though. But this one, you see, I actually have to use my fan. So I just use both, but it's just gonna help you wear your makeup until you're ready to wipe it off. And then I try not to transfer your makeup into your clothing. But you see, it's more of a dewy look. It doesn't look too dry. It looks very natural. All right, y'all. I can tell it's almost dry. A little bit more on my chin. What I'm facing. Y'all know it's almost that time again. Which y'all, do y'all line dance? Y'all, I don't know why. I can do a little, like, the Tania line dance. No, it's too complicated for me. Boots on the ground, I can do that. But y'all, line dance, and I tell you, I'll just wear my boots and have my fan, and I'll support those that are out there on the dance floor. All right, so after that, I like to come back with my high volt loose highlighter. Loose highlighter. Y'all, and you only need a little bit of this. And I use it in the crease of my eye. Well, in the corner of my eyes. And I use it right at the tip of my nose. And this just makes it pop. I love that fresh face look. I love it. So, tip of the nose. Crease of the corner of the eye. And then I just kind of blend a little bit, though. You know what? I think I can still see a little bit. And I normally do the nose with my, just with my finger and just rub around. See, again, nothing too extreme. Just a little bit of powder go a long way. And then from there, I use that same eyeliner pencil that I use. And I have moles. So with my makeup, a lot of times my moles are covered. So I'll go back and highlight my mole again, bring it back to the top. And that's what I do. So this would be a easy, what was it, less than 10-minute makeup. Okay, I'm gonna say more than 10 minutes. We'll say 15 minutes. Makeup routine. And this is what I do. And now, what's this on my skin? All right, y'all. So I told you I straightened my hair the other day. And I'm trying to train my hair. And the weather depends on the weather. So let's see. Because, y'all, the other day I could literally feel it swelling. Like, it was getting poofier and poofier by the second. I was like, one of my friends, I was like, girl, how do you keep your hair from just being frizz? She was like, Tan, you gotta train it. And I was like, yeah, hair that's not used to being in the straightened, you do have to train it. So just give yourself some grace if that's what you're doing. And then I try not to add heat to it every day. So I'm okay with the messy hair look. I don't have to have every piece and every edge bedazzled and swirling around. I'm okay with it being however it's going to end up. So let's see, y'all. See, this is the top part of I wrapped it, but I was trying to put a little pressure up there to make it lay down. But as you see, you know what, can I do a part down the middle? I think I can even do a part down the middle. Try that out. But not too bad. Let me see if I can do a part down the middle. Y'all let me, oh, no. I don't know, what y'all think? Part down the middle or side part? Part down the middle or side part? See, I feel like if I'm gonna do a part down the middle, I'm gonna have to use a brush to help it lay down a little bit more. You know, and I colored my hair like a year ago, and the color's growing out, which I would not bleach my hair again. Let me stand up. Whoa, gotta stretch. Okay. So, like I said, I'm okay with it not being like perfectly straight. I'm okay with that. And y'all, I was so thinking about doing like a big chop. And then I was like, let's wait a little bit longer. Because Lord knows, I'm just a woman that like quick, easy, low maintenance stuff. I don't want any style that I'm going to have to go to the beautician every week for. I don't want a style that I will have to curl it every morning that I get up. Okay, y'all, what is it? Side part or... Because it looks frizzy to me on the... But I love not having to have anything in my face either. Side part or down the middle? Oh, y'all, now I feel like it's getting poofy or I don't know. Maybe I should just do a little half pin up, half down. Let's see what we're working with here, y'all. And I just need a little bit of moisturizer on my edges. I mean, I'm not even opposed to just straight back. And what is that? I've been wearing one of those headbands too. Hold on, y'all. Where's my headband? Let me go grab my headband. I'll be right back. Headband. Let's see. Okay. Literally, y'all, I don't know. So, I will literally just put this in, push back a little bit on it, and call it a day, okay? I don't want to put any heat. I mean, it's natural, so if it poof out a little bit, I will survive. Or this is just I don't know. What y'all think? Let me see. I want to leave like a little bit. All right. So just leave it like this, maybe. If not this, I am a clamp woman. I love clamp. So if not, I would just pull it back into a ponytail. Like, weave my edges out a little bit. And I normally will twist it and use my little clamp and clamp it. I love messy hair. I'm okay with things not being perfect. Life is not perfect. Your hair don't have to be either. And remember, less is best. Because what I realized too with all these edge control products and stuff is that they dry out the hair. What I noticed, my where's my, I'm trying to see if I have like a little oil that I can put around my edges. So what I'll do is just use, look, a little edge thing and just bring it down. And I'm okay with it just like this. So this will be the makeup and this will be my hair. I'm okay with it. You know, just natural season. Learning to love your natural hair, learning how to take care of it. And remember, less is always best when it comes to manipulation of the hair. You know, just keep it all, but you don't need a whole lot of products or anything like that. I don't know why black is showing so much length. All right, y'all, that's what I got. Lip combo, y'all. It is a lip combo that I do want to share though. So hold on one second, I'll be right back. We're gonna show you the lip combo. Because we know the lip combo matters. And when it comes to the lips, I've always been a MAC woman. And this is actually a new color for me with the MAC. It's called Honey Love. A beautiful like pink color. And I love a brown liner. Y'all know we love us a good brown liner. So these are both MAC liners, but one's chestnut and the other one is, oh, the other one's chestnut too. They're both the same color. It's just, of course, this one I've had for a lot longer. I need to sharpen it. So I'll just use the other one for now. Actually, okay. I don't know why I feel like they're not the same, but they, I mean, okay, they say they are. I'm gonna believe it. Because I thought one was a little bit darker, but maybe that was another liner I had. So there are two ways to fill the lips. If you are wanting more of that, like a lip filler look to your lips, I'm gonna show you how to line them. So when it comes to your bottom lip, which my lips are two-tone. So my top lip is darker and my bottom lip is lighter. So I take my liner and I go straight down, and you want to go a little bit outside of your natural lip line. That's going to help you get more of that full look. So trust me, this is going to give you that lip filler look without fillers. So straight down, and I really don't go here too much, just light line across there. So straight down. And then when it comes to the top, my lips are a little dry too. And I normally like to use coconut oil when for moisture on my lips, but okay. So the top lip, very important. So normally people go right along the lip line and stay within. When you're wanting that lip filler look, you're gonna have to go a little bit outside. Of the lip. A little outside. Like that. Okay. And then when it comes to the top lip, you're going to shade down a little bit on it. So, like that. Okay. So from there, I'm going to take the Honey Love 605 color by MAC. And I like to just line the bottom first. And then you blot. And there you are with like a little overfill look to your lips. And that's how I would do my makeup and my lips. Y'all, for some reason, I think I want to do like a half up, half down to my hair a little bit. I don't know. Let's try. Let's see, y'all. Here I go changing things. Let's see. Let me see. Y'all, my hair is just, it's so soft. It's not. But you know what? Let me see. If I were to pull half. But I would want like a bump on top. Y'all remember the styles where we used to wear the bump? Were y'all a part of that wave? Which, you know what? I don't even know if I have anything to hold it with. Let me see. And I feel like I'm super frizzy, which I love the Chi. This, if you're going to flat iron your natural hair and try to tame your frizz, this product all day. Let me take off my ring. I'm going to use just a little tiny bit. Literally, like, you couldn't even see it. That's how small. Less is best. Remember, I told you. You can always go back in and add more. But I like, to me, I would like right there. Boom. So let's see how I can get it to stay. Which I'll bring a little bit more down. Twisted is kind of how I just did it. So right now I'm kind of like twisting like into like almost a French roll. And I'm gonna use my clamp. Oh, go tan. Okay, almost. Let's tweak it a little bit. Should I add maybe some pieces on the side or in the front? You know, when you start messing with it too much, you start messing it up. So I feel like I need to clamp this part of it. And maybe if I put my headband and push back. What y'all think? Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, I think. Like I said, I don't like perfect looking hair. I like messy hair. I like just different. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think I like it. I think I like it. I wish these little pieces were straight though. But and honestly, because I've flat ironed them, they have been literally, I'm doing too much heat on them. Because look at this one. So I'm not going to do heat. I'm going to just rock it how it is. And there we are, y'all. we did our makeup together, and it wasn't that long. Y'all know it normally take me probably about not even 15, 10 to 15 minutes at max. But I enjoyed just talking to y'all and being on the live. I know it's been a minute, but I'm done. Y'all follow me over on TikTok because I'm about to go on TikTok live. All right, y'all. Enjoy your Sunday, and I will see y'all on the next one because I'm gonna remember I'm back. I'm back. More lives, more conversations about real life, real reality up in here. Y'all know what I'm saying, ain't gonna tell you a lie. But that is my makeup routine and styling my hair. Remember, it don't have to be perfect. Just start trying stuff, you know. I'm getting back used to styling my natural hair. So you just gotta learn what worked for you and go with it. But I'll see y'all over on TikTok. Bye, y'all.